Hello everybody and welcome to your Sheffield Steelers guy post-game analysis. Sheffield Steelers 5, Coventry Blaze 4. Now a few of you may have been in the stream earlier where I was reacting to the first period and I stopped it when we were 3-1 up. I'm going to be going from the start of the game. I'm going to be talking about the game, in my opinion, how we played, what went wrong, and what we can do better for obviously the away game in Nottingham and the home game against Belfast next weekend. Because I feel like there's a lot we could talk about today's game. So we are going to talk about it. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to say what I thought to the game. And what we're also going to do is we're going to get the paper out again. So, yeah. I honestly don't know how to feel about today's game. So we're going to go through it. We're going to go through, obviously, who played the best, who didn't play well, who could play better, what went wrong, what could be better for next weekend. First of all, this weekend we've really seen the reply from the teams from last season. You know, we took on Guildford and Coventry, and in my personal opinion, we've played pretty rough tonight, to be honest. I think first period we were up 3-0, we were all over the Blaze, we were having power plays, we were scoring goals, we were having chances, and then Blaze got one back, and it was 3-1, and then it was 3-2, and then you begin to think, oh no. And that's what I thought. I thought, let's not do this now, let's not let them back into it, and I'm praying that isn't going to be an issue for us this season, where we're having to come back from behind to win the game. I'm hoping that's not an issue for us, because I don't want to go to the arena next week in Nottingham this upcoming week and think, are we going to go? Are we going to score? Are we going to lose? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? Because Nottingham are on a good run. They've won 4 in the Challenge Cup and they've not lost a game yet. And that does get you slightly nervous, thinking, okay, Nottingham are actually good this season. But are the Steelers going to put on a good show in Nottingham? That is the question. And then are we going to go back to the arena on Sunday and give Belfast a good heading? The issue for me that I found is the fact that when we were 4-2 up, in that game, and we had that power play near the end of the game, I feel like we should have scored on that power play at the end of the game. If we had scored on that power play at the end of the game would have ended 5-3. I feel like we were a bit unlucky to, have the game tied up 4-4 in the final 2 minutes. But something we can take away from tonight is that we can win a penalty shootout. For the past few years, we've been like, can we win a penalty shootout? And we've not really been good at shootouts. And the players who scored on the shootout were obviously Baumas and Champini, and I'm really happy Baumas has actually scored. But I think we need to, in future, let the new guys take the first shots on the penalty shootout and see how that goes. Because, yeah, I'm very happy we can win a penalty shootout. I think that's great that we can win a penalty shootout. The one thing I don't like about the league this year is the video review. I do not like the fact that they can review a penalty. That is going to probably cause a lot of issues for a lot of teams. Like, there were 2 ejections from today's game. There was obviously, was it Simpson who got ejected? There were 2 ejections from the game, and obviously it's bad. It is bad when you go into overtime on a 4-on-3, because that is pivotal for the team who's on the 4-on-3. But if it's a 4-on-3 for like 5 minutes, then you're really screwed, because you've got to deal with a 4-on-3 for like 3 minutes, and you've got to pressure the other team. But it's hard to pressure the other team when you're a man down on the penalty kill, because you've got to get back, you've got to cover the defence at the same time, you've got to cover the net. And I think that is a huge benefit that we have Greenfield as a goalie, because Greenfield is really good at saving obviously shots, and I think that's what helped us a bit when we were down on that 4-on-3 in overtime. Going back to the penalty shootout, I think everybody needed to take a breath after we won that penalty shootout. But again, it's an issue that we let the Blaze tie the game, when everybody was saying at the start of the game, oh, this is going to be easy, and for a few minutes we thought, okay, it is going to be easy, we're 3-0 up, we've got this now, we've got it in the bag. It's going to be a close season. I know we've only played Guildford and Coventry, but we've got Nottingham and Belfast next. Nottingham are on a really good streak. They're on a 4-game winning streak in the cup. We need to keep rolling in the Challenge Cup, because if we drop points in the Challenge Cup, we're screwed. And the thing about the Challenge Cup for us is, we've came into the Challenge Cup this year in the group with everybody being a few points ahead of us, because obviously we've been in Europe, and I think that is going to be an issue. But I can see us finishing at least 3rd or 2nd in the Challenge Cup group in the end. Maybe even topping the group out of nowhere in the end. But obviously you've got to take into account that despite the close score tonight, it's a new team with a few new players. Some of the new players need to get used to playing in the country. And I think Watling had a really good game tonight. Ciampini had a good game tonight. Valorant hit the post at one bit. I'm going to say this now, I even think Greenfield had a good night, because at times Greenfield had to come in and be the hero in the net. So everybody played their part. Now I'm going to tell you something really funny now. I put a tweet up earlier today saying, oh, if Watling scores against Coventry, I've got to go to every away game. Watling scored the 2nd goal. So now I'm sat here like, okay, whoa, Watling has scored, which means now I've got to go to every away game. And my parents, we were sat in the pub, and they was like, would you go on the Steelers bus all on your own? Would you go to an away game all on your own? And I said to them, I don't know what I'm doing, I said to my parents, yeah, I'd go to an away game on my own. If it's going to help the channel out, I need to go to more away games and not cover home games as much, but go to away games, get an away game experience on the channel, because this channel is evolving. And what I've realised about this channel is that my parents are they're really starting to think, wait a sec, our son might be onto something. My parents were sat there in the pub and they thought, wait, our son is doing a Steelers YouTube channel. He's met a few fans already. He might be onto something here. So I'm going to share the channel to my family and just say I've ran a Steelers channel. It's getting bigger and I've met fans at the arena. And if so, I'm going to say to my parents, I'm going to say, right, I want to expand the channel, which I do. I want to expand the channel. And then I'm going to say to them, is there any way you two could help me expand the channel? But that is my 4 on today's game. Tomorrow at about 3 PM, I'm going to be doing Sheffield Steelers Guy Monday, where it's going to be a trivia tomorrow, so you can ask me questions about the Steelers and stuff. I'll be going live for free. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We're getting near 200 subscribers. We're on 185 currently. We're going to get to that 200 subscribers soon, and when we do, we're going to throw a massive party on the channel. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow for the trivia.